If you're really looking for a serious range bag, one that'll just last, the Maxpedition compact range bag is just awesome. Having a good high quality range bag is really important for your firearms. You know, we'll spend $700–800 on a pistol or, you know, that much on a rifle and then not have the necessary bag to take care of it. And so really having a really good high quality range bag is a good investment if you have firearms. And I have had the Maxpedition compact range bag for over 3 years. And, you know, you guys know I use them. I mean, I go to the range 2 and 3 times a week, minimal. And so really I depend on a really good range bag. And so, you know, I've done a review on this same exact range bag. In fact, it was the black version about 3 years ago. And what really led me to doing this review is I had a mishap at a range where I was shooting .308 on top of my bag, which I do shoot a lot of times, use it as a rest. Put a sandbag, lay it on here. It's just the right height and it's soft, and I just like these bags. And then all my gear is right there where I can get to it. But as I had the muzzle of the .308 over my bag, it cut right here in this front pouch, and it sliced the zipper. I mean, it just sliced it in half. And that was the gases coming out of the muzzle brake. It was a recoil-reducing muzzle brake, and it was just real violent gases. I didn't realize that my barrel had pulled back so far. So here I went and just ripped it in half. Well, unfortunately, the zipper was broken, and the pouch just laid out. So I ended up just going ahead and trimming this back all the way. And I've been using this bag in this way for about 4 months with the pouch cut off, and I still had everything I needed to be able to get to the range. And there was even a sleeve that I could still use on the outside of this. The big reason that it took so long was Maxpedition was out of stock on their compact range bags, and so, you know, I just wanted to, you know, I still was using this, and I still use this bag today. And one of the reasons why I wanted to really show this is how durable and how tough these bags are and how versatile they can be. So I decided to go ahead and give us another review on the bag itself, kind of look at some of the features, because this is a super tough, durable bag. Now, it is a compact range bag, so this isn't a huge, large bag. I do have a really large bag, especially if I'm doing classes or I'm doing some competitive shooting or going to some kind of event where I really need a lot of room. But to be honest, I can carry 2 of these instead with everything I need, and it can be very versatile. I can keep certain things in here. But I'm not really suggesting that you do that. That's just for my purposes. But you know, these bags are not cheap. And when I say they're not cheap as an expense. They definitely are an investment, but secondly, they're not cheap. They're very well made. They're the toughest bags out on the market. Now, they come in 2 colors, khaki, and then we have our black. Really gives you just an option of whichever way you want to go. What we're going to do is, this bag is empty. I have this bag with some contents in it. It's not super full, but one of the big things about this bag is you can really pack it full. All the zippers are YKK zippers with paracord pulls, and they just open up. Of course, here we have a 6 mag pouch, and these are reinforced and really well constructed. Easy to get to. Now, if you have 1911 magazines, you can put 12 in here. It also has a zippered compartment right here, and again, the YKK zippers. Plus, you can put gear in front right here and to be able to store things. I a lot of times store AR-15 magazines right in here. I can lay 2 or 3 in here and still zip this up. Here on the other side, we also have a large pocket. It has a mesh pocket here. You can see what kind of things you're using. You know, I keep Allen wrenches, flashlights, usually some frog lube and something like that in here. Has a nice little pouch here with, again, zippers. This is enclosed. Here I have some 20-round AR magazines. 1.5-inch webbing here to make the handle. The handle is Velcro. It locks together. One of the things that I really like about the Velcro on all, or the hook and loop is what they call it, It's really strong. It stays together. I have other bags where you start to pull the Velcro loose and it starts to fray, it starts to come loose, and it really doesn't hold up, even on expensive bags. That's one of the things about Maxpedition. It's just really not the case. One thing, since we have the pocket open, I wanted to show this. You have your box X stitching right here, and it's around for the box and the X, and this really keeps this secure. Plus you have this zipper compartment right here that holds it in place as well. And you know, if you're like me, you're carrying a lot of times really heavy ammunition, you've got handguns in here, this can get really heavy. In fact, this bag right here is at about 30 pounds, and I took quite a bit out of it. So, you know, it can get really heavy, and it's good to be able to depend on, you know, your bag system. Also, we have zippers on the side right here, and they're kind of narrow pouches. Here I have some targets. These are easy to see, stick-on targets. A lot of times I forget targets, or I have been to the range, and these can make a suitable target, which I just really like their products. Here on the other side, another small pocket, but a hook and loop field right here, and you can put whatever morale patch to identify your bag, and obviously the Team Suits patch, available at magplates.com. But here we got the zipper, and keep pens and pads and things like that in here to be able to make range reports or whatever. It has a padded shoulder strap. It's a 2-inch pad. It's very well secured, very well stitched. Now it does have a nice wide webbing here. It's 1.5 inch. This pad is movable. Not only is this adjustable, but you can actually move this pad wherever you want to, and has these Velcro keepers. It has metal D-rings on the bag, and then the strap itself has little clips, and just makes it nice to lock in, but also it swivels. So you're not getting caught up and twisted around. It'll allow you to move. The top compartment is a double zipper, and it has a kind of a band pull on it. Makes it real easy to pull that open. Hook and loop to keep this attached. Then of course we have a ton of things that fit in here. Now of course I've got this filled with .308 ammunition and some other things, handguns and some other stuff. But what we're going to do is, I've got my other bag here that's completely empty, but I just wanted to kind of show you something that has a lot of gear in it. It does fit a lot of gear in these bags. One of the things that I really like about these bags specifically is this feature right here, and it's a carrier, a little caddy that comes out. I can keep a lot of different things in here, and let's say I get to the range, I have all my ammo, I can pull it out and keep it separate. Here we have a pad, and then there's closed foam padding all the way around, even on this end, so it gives you a lot of protection with your firearms. This is a removable divider. It just pulls right out, and then of course it velcros right here to 2 strips that are inside the caddy. You can adjust it wherever, or with like me, typically I just get it out because I like to pack my stuff pretty full. There's also a couple of zippers right here, and this allows you, with padding on either side, to put handguns or whatever you have, and so it just kind of secures it. You can zip it up. It's going to keep it from getting scratched up and bumped up. And again, on this other side, same deal. The grab handles have been sewn right here, so it adds to reinforcement when you're picking it up. It actually gives a little bit of comfort as well. And then of course with the straps, and they go all the way down through the bottom. So this is going to be a really secure bag. This isn't going to break and you're not going to drop it. It does have metal D-rings on either side. So if you really wanted to, you could attach your shoulder strap to this if you wanted to carry just the caddy, which honestly I do a lot. I do carry the caddy for different reasons. Sometimes I'll just pull it out of my bag. This afternoon I went down to the range and I was shooting a little bit with some handguns, and I just took just the caddy, and it allowed me to put my ammunition and my cameras in here and the 2 pistols that I was shooting. It was just the right size. In the bottom there is a card that gives this rigidity, so it stays in that rectangular shape. It doesn't collapse, and the closed foam padding helps to keep it just a standard box. So it's real easy to set it on a table and you don't have to worry about it falling over. Here you can see the big hook and loop fields right here on either side, and this really allows for a lot of accessories. There's a ton of things that Maxpedition does offer to be able to put on here, or any kind of Velcro or hook and loop field on this. And the floor itself is also padded, and you know, it's just a lot of room in here. So if you're going to take the caddy out, it gives you a huge compartment right here. One thing that I really like are these universal holsters by Maxpedition, and they just kind of go right here. You can actually set firearms here. You could set 2 firearms each, full-size handguns, and then drop the caddy down, and then you can have 6 handguns in this bag, and it does it very well. And you know, it's one of the things, you know, that you're just stuffing stuff in bags, and I can be notorious for that. This helps me to protect my guns. It helps me to take the time and to slide them and to protect them into places I need to. This way I can take a regular pistol, set it in here, drop my caddy down in here, and you can see I've got room for it, and I've got room right here for other things, whatever pistol that is. All the Maxpedition bags have a DuPont Teflon coating on it, and it's really grime resistant and it's abrasion resistant. So, you know, if it gets messed up, it just makes it look better longer. And, you know, I got some stains on one of my bags one time. It was actually one of the khaki colors, and it was kind of stained and it looked kind of bad, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I just grabbed a wet cloth, wiped it down, and it just came off. I mean, it was amazing. So, you know, this is really great to be able to resist stains. But one of the great things is all these are triple polyurethane coated. So, you know, they take water, and it's like running water off a duck's back. I mean, it just runs right off. And that's really great because you have expensive gear in here, ammunition, things like that. Taking water, pouring it over here, just wipe it down. I mean, it's just impervious to water. Sometimes if you get it into the zipper seam, it can get a little bit there, but most of it is protected, even around the zipper. But right here, it just comes right off, and then you just wipe it off. Now the dimensions of the bag are 13 inches long, it's 8.5 inches in height, and it's 10 inches in width or wide. And you know, you can go to the Maxpedition website and look at all the different, you know, features and the specs on each of the pockets. I'm not going to go into that, but it does carry 1,100 cubic inches of space, which is 18 liters. So it's a pretty big bag system, even though it's called compact. Now, there are bigger bags out there, and there are times, again, where I need a little bit more of a bag, but as far as for everyday use and what I use, this is my go-to bag. Now, you pay for what you get, and good quality cost. It costs in labor and all the different features that go into this to make this a super strong bag. The retail price on the Maxpedition website is $164.99. which is a chunk of change, but it's something that if you use this on a regular basis, which typically you do if you're a shooter, you take this to the range, it's going to protect your $700, $800, $900 firearms. So, you know, really it's a small price to pay to protect your firearms and to keep them from getting messed up and scratched. Now, you can find out all the information about these bags on the Maxpedition website at maxpedition.com. If you buy them on the Maxpedition website, you get a 10% discount using Suits00 when you check out. And it's great for Tim at Maxpedition to offer that to the Suits viewers. I've been, again, a big fan of Maxpedition. I've done a lot of reviews on their gear. Whether you buy this bag or not, I don't get a dime for that. I don't get it. I don't get paid by Maxpedition. This is just a testimony to the super quality of these bags. And guys, I'm telling you right now, they are fantastic quality. You can check out all the specs at maxpedition.com, all the different details about the pocket sizes and the weight and everything about this bag. It's just an exceptional bag. I think you're going to find that the compact Maxpedition range bag is up to whatever you can dish out. So the compact range bag by Maxpedition, thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. For you dudes that like the idea that I was peeing on this bag and then actually contacted Maxpedition, here you go. Does that make you feel better? Come on guys, it's not yellow.